Oh shit! Look at this. Look at this motherfucker. What is up, dude? Where you at? I can't hear you.
Can't hear you, man.
Oh no. Oh no, still nothing. Oh, it's been like a year. And now Oh man, it's awesome. Taylor is going to be shocked. Let's see what happens now. Oh no, he's broken it.
Oh no,
You'll just have to nod yes or no. Do you like this book this week? Yes. Do you like this book? No.
No.
He's looking for it. He's trying to figure it out. But yes, Adam back finally. Well, halfway.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, there it is.
Hey, there it is. Found. What's up, man? What's up, guys?
What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Adam, Andy.
Hi,
Adam
Adam.
was on the show
How's
for
it going?
and years and years, and then like COVID, right?
COVID. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
COVID when I moved, all
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
But oh man,
all kinds of stuff.
We used to have our own show, dude, where all we reviewed was the not G.I. Joe. It was G.I. Joe for a while.
It was G.I. Joe eventually.
But-
Yeah, it was G.I. Joe, Mask, Transformers. It was all
my
that
God.
stuff.
And dude, we were
Which we
just-
can do again now. At this point.
I know. We were so enamored by IDW's run, you know, the two main books, and then it turned into a spin-off book and then another book. And like we were in it way before everything gelled together into the IDW Hasbro Action Verse or whatever they ended up calling it. But man, we were just totally set up to move right into just having such a great time with that show. I mean, we would go panel by panel on these
Pretty
books,
much, yeah.
dude. It was so much damn fun. But yeah, so happy you are back. So Andy, Adam, Andy. Andy was talking about Super Bowl. I mean, trailers aside, okay?
Trailers galore.
Because it's all Deadpool and Wolverine, okay? Everybody was bitching about seeing Wolverine in all of those shots. The movie's literally now called Deadpool and Wolverine. So all you idiots who are pissed off about spoilers that weren't spoilers, they're not good. Wicked was
we got the
freaking
Wicked
dope.
trailer. Yep.
My
Yeah, I
wife
saw the
is a
Wicked trailer.
huge
Yeah.
fan of
Me
that
and the
book,
wife are
dude.
stoked about that movie.
Yeah. But my personal favorite outside of Deadpool, Twisters. I am a
Twisters.
sucker.
Yeah, that one got me out of left field. I didn't even know they were making
Yeah.
a Twisters.
So
I am a
the-
sucker for those kind of movies, dude. The
my
natural
favorite
disaster
one
bullshit
from
movies.
last night would have to be if the Imaginary
yes.
Friends one.
Yeah.
The
That
nice
looks
little
cool.
office nod with Ryan Reynolds and
Yeah.
John Krasinski in quotation marks.
Yeah, very fun. But I think
They had fun
overall, my
time with it.
favorite commercial, the Christopher Walken one was dope, where everybody was doing the "Hey, Christopher Walken." You know, I was pretty drunk by then though. So I'm trying to think what was a good one. Which ones did you like out of the commercials?
The Christopher
Regular
Walken one
commercials.
was Christopher
Yes.
Walken was pretty good.
Freaking funny.
I did like the Mountain Dew Baja Blast commercial. I thought that was just big dumb fun.
Oh, that's the one. It's a Parks and Rec sort of throwback, right? I'm having a
Oh
blast.
yeah,
Is that the one?
it had like from basically it had everything. You had your WWE reference, you had your other references in there, you had
Yeah.
there's like a bajillion references in there, and it's was it Jenna Ortega, or I don't remember who it was doing the commercial, going like, and this is how I blast, and this is how, and he had the Park and Recs reference at the
Yeah.
end, riding dragons
thought
off
that
into the
one-
sunset.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was cool. I hate Mountain Dew, but it was cool.
Do you realize
It was
that
cool.
Mountain Dew Baja Blast is 20 years old?
Oh no, I
Yeah,
don't
it's
want
old
to.
now.
I don't even want to.
Yeah.
It used to be a Taco Bell exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do remember that now that you say that. I do remember that. I'm looking to see if Taylor's messaged. I wonder if he just forgot or got the times wrong. No, he's seen it. Maybe his internet's out.
Who knows?
Oh well,
No,
well let's
he's-
start.
he's-
Let's
he's a
start this
wizard.
fucking thing.
He's a
That's right.
wizard.
He shows up on time every time. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Adam visiting our
Mm-hmm.
big surprise for you, Taylor. Huge surprise.
Yeah, I think I just saw fucking Adams here. Wow.
What? Yeah.
As I live and breathe.
another episode of This Geek in Comics, Outright Geekery's comic book shit talk show. Somebody say it. Adam, say it.
Shit talk show.
I thought Adam would say it.
So it's Gomer Taylor, Adam Normal back, and
I didn't know
Andy
if somebody
hanging
had
out.
taken my spot or not. I don't know.
No, dude.
Oh, I
no,
hate
he-
doing it,
he
so
wrote
yeah,
it.
you can always
he
have
hates
that.
doing it. He hates doing it. So we were talking about commercials, Taylor. Obviously, trailers, Deadpool and Wolverine, or Wolverine, Deadpool, whatever. Just classic. So
I
stoked
think it
for
was
that. Cannot
Deadpool
wait.
and Wolverine.
Yeah, so stoked for that. I mean, it looks like exactly what you'd expect from a Deadpool movie at this juncture in the MCU.
Yeah.
But outside that, favorite commercial, real quick.
I like the one where all the different bird mascotted teams had like flying football players.
Oh
That
my
was fun.
gosh, that was so weird. It was fun, but man, it was
It looked
weird.
goofy and dumb, but that's sometimes what you want in a commercial, you know?
Yeah. Right. I kind of like the NFL one. You thought it's an NFL commercial. I kind of like the one where that kid was in Africa. That was pretty rad. You know.
Yeah, I like
that
that
they're
one.
Oh
sort of
yeah, that
stretching
That
was
was
out.
okay. Yeah.
All right, well, let's get into it. We're talking about all of the new comics dropping this week on Valentine's Day. Get your Valentines together.
Yeah. Get your Valentine's Day comic books, people.
Yeah, there actually are quite a few. But
Yeah.
chat, if you see something, say something. If you see a book you want us to talk about, we will talk about it. We start off at Boom Studios because when Adam left the show, Diamond just said, "Fuck it, we're just gonna make it the most difficult thing ever to see where comic
And-
books are."
And
Yep.
Image is with everybody else, and it
It does
sucks.
suck. It's hard to find it. It's really hard to find it. So,
Adam's departure was the spark that set everything off.
It,
yeah.
it was.
It really
it
was. It really was.
The world
So
is
Abbott,
different.
1979, continues with issue 4, and we have this new book called Displaced. Okay, a city in Ontario vanishes, and nobody remembers it or the 170,000 missing residents that disappeared along with it. So it's an Ed Brisson is doing it, and it's
Oh, okay.
it gets pretty fun out here or down here in the so they pose the question, how can you feel connected to reality or each other if by all veritable means you don't exist? So I see how he can do sort of a meta commentary there on a few things. I like that. I like that.
Like people being vanished we've seen that story a bunch. I think like we had a book a little while ago and we compared like it to that Manifest show at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like this, but on a much bigger scale. So, you know, they might be like approaching it from like a different perspective, I suppose.
Right.
Yeah.
Ed Bryson's a pretty solid writer, so this would probably be worth giving it a shot.
And I like Luca Casalanguida. I do.
I really like that
Did
cover
James
quite a lot,
Bond.
yeah.
Yeah, they
The
also
premise
did
seems
this
very
regarding regarding the matter of Oswald's body, which was a really weird like Kennedy thing. Moving on, Firefly, The Fall Guys hits issue 5 of 6. And then really that's it. We get a deluxe Power Rangers book. $75 they want for that. Gosh, that's a lot.
Oh man.
Something
That's
is
a lot of
killing the
money.
children. Yeah, volume 7. Under Heist gets a reprint. First issue that was pretty good, a little slow, a lot of building. First issue syndrome, and then Zawa number 4 of 5. All right, so moving on to DC. Action, man. Jason Aaron writing Bizarro. That first issue was really actually kind of cool. I liked it. I liked
it was kind of cool. You know, I was kind of sad that Philip Kennedy Johnson's run ended on Action because I actually pretty much enjoyed. I really enjoyed it. But you know, I'm willing to give Jason Aaron a chance. I'm willing to give him a chance on DC. He definitely needed to shake it up. He was at Marvel forever.
His Batman Offworld has been great. The first issue of this was fun. It seems like Jason Aaron is still writing exactly like Jason Aaron does, for better or worse.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
So.
I mean, well, at least he's writing action comics. That's
that's a big one.
That's what Jason Aaron does. It's just action stuff the whole time. His whole Avengers run was just action figures clashing against each other. So
for sure,
perfect for action comics.
Taylor, you still reading this or no?
I missed that first issue. It was sold out by the time I got to the shop, so I'm gonna have to. I'll go ahead and pick this up, but I'm gonna have to wait before I can comment on it.
Yeah.
I'll manage, I guess. I'm sure they'll do a second printing of that first issue at some point.
You're not missing that much.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Yeah, I think so too.
You've read comics before.
It set up things pretty well. Love this cover here. Yeah, right. Love this.
Superman just chilling on the
Jorge
moon.
Jimenez cover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, based on a Pacheco cover. So very, very cool. Very, very cool. Batman 143, the Joker year one continues. Now Taylor made a promise not to pick up 142 because he's like, I don't give a shit about a Joker story, especially a year one story.
I am almost the same way with Taylor. I still picked it up and read it, and I surprisingly enjoyed it. It was good. It's hard to hate on Sorrentino and I always
Zdarsky,
butcher this guy's name, Camelucci or whatever. The old Flash.
Oh yes,
yeah,
Kamikoli.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, that art was amazing throughout that whole issue.
Yeah, very good. But yeah,
but yeah, who needs a Joker year one book?
I fucking love Sorrentino too. My goodness.
I mean, it sounds like it's a good creative team tackling a premise that
silly.
I don't care about.
Terrible, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
but
there's like a dozen different Joker stories. You can't just have one.
Well, even it's the fact that it's an origin story.
Joker.
Yeah, it just
even the Joker,
even
the Joker's origin story is so convoluted. Even the main Joker out of the supposed 3 Jokers even just goes, yeah, I don't know my true origins anymore.
Yeah,
I mean, the most famous Joker origin story ever.
Pardon the pun.
Like even the Killing Joke, the most famous Joker origin story ever written, even that hedges its bets by saying, "I think that's how it happened." You know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because he doesn't remember what even happened to himself because he's changed the story so many times.
Yeah.
Even he doesn't remember how it happened.
And I like to think that Zdarsky is going to like sort of take that into account and has some maybe spin on his version, but
I trust that Zdarsky, like, you know, he has an idea for a story, and he's been doing. I've been enjoying his run a lot so far. It's just, I don't know. The premise is
it's the whole idea of it.
It's the whole idea, yeah.
The premise of this story is making me have to like build a bigger bridge than I normally would to enjoy a story. You know,
right?
I don't remember what issue it was or issues, but there was a one where the Joker had a psychiatrist, and she was like trying to figure out the origins of the Joker, and she was like asked like 6 different people. And by the end of it, she just went completely crazy. I think it was like one issue. I don't remember the issue number or what was from, but it's like that one was actually really well done because it was a horror setting. And it's like at the end, she's like,
and that's kind of what you need to do. That's kind of what you need to do with the origin of the Joker. You kind of have to have this weird sort of hook. So,
and all 6 people were were escapees from Arkham too. That was also the hook of it too. So she had to go track them down.
That's fun.
That was a really well done issue.
Nice. All right, moving on. More Batman. Batman and Robin, number 6. I'm kind of off this book. It's been okay, but man,
it's been okay.
The DC universe.
It has been resoundingly okay.
Yeah. While the DC universe does actually feel more like a shared universe than Marvel right now, Batman feels so disjointed in and of himself. Like, in his main book, he's like, I'm not hanging out with any of the Bat family. But he's like hanging out with the Bat family literally in a book called Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin. What is going on? And then at the same time, you have Detective Comics going on in like its own separate pocket universe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just
Batman's all over the place.
Yeah. Batman City of Madness wraps up with that Black Label book. Blue Beetle that hits issue number 6. This is starting a brand new run. Yeah, showdown with the Blood Scarab. Only one Scarab wielder will be left standing. That's pretty cool. I didn't even know there was a blood Scarab. Maybe that's new.
I don't know Blue Beetle's Rogues Gallery very much.
I don't know anything.
I don't know Blue Beetle's Rogue Gallery either.
Yeah. So we do have Green Lantern number 8. Okay.
Yeah, Green Lantern has been great.
This one is pretty cool. I actually haven't been reading it, but the cover right here showing y'all's boy. There he is.
Yeah, Carl.
There's the boy.
Yeah.
He is.
Now, Green Lantern has been fantastic. Jeremy Adams has taken over it since he left the Flash book, and man, it's just been a really good read. It feels a lot kind of like the early Jeff Johns run a little bit, with just kind of reestablishing who Hal is on Earth and all that.
I mean, it's very bombastic. It's very fun. And, you know, Green Lantern is a character that should have a lot of spectacle to him. You know, half the fun is seeing all like the crazy shit he can make with his ring. But rolling back to a second ago, did you just call him Carl, Andy?
Accidental slip of the tongue.
No.
It's Kyle.
It is Kyle. It is
Kyle. It's Carl.
Carl.
His uncle's name's Carl. His uncle name's Carl. So yeah, some great covers here, but yeah, Kyle, come on. I mean, that's
I'm glad to see Kyle's back.
Oh yeah,
having a day today.
I usually would just glance over. Right. I typically would just glance over Mad Magazine, but the cover on this one is very timely, very apropos. Just love that so much. Just beautiful. Love it. It's mostly reprints, though. So Outsiders number 4 of 12. I didn't realize this was only a 12-issue series. I thought this was going to go for a while, but the Hive Mind killing it on this, man. I love it.
Yeah, I
love
thought it
this
was an
book. It's
ongoing,
fantastic.
but
Yeah, I did too.
oh well.
Maybe it's not selling. Maybe they sort of redid it so that it's.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
all right, we got
even the actual. This is just Planetary, and even the actual Planetary book was only like a relatively small number of volumes. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was what 10 volumes total. So there's not that much.
I mean, there's not much more to
there.
tell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Red Hood, The Hill, number 1.
Oh man,
I mean,
I got tricked last week. I picked up the 0 issue of this.
You bought
and
reprints.
That was just reprints of stuff I already had.
Yep. That sucks.
Bastards.
They got you.
It's whatever.
They do that. I feel like they're doing that a lot more nowadays. Where like they'll release like, here's something that came out like 6 months ago, and if you're not careful, you think it's something new. You know.
Like that Trinity special, it was just all the
That's
backup
it. Yeah,
stories
that's exactly what I was
from the
thinking
Wonder
about.
Woman series.
That was just a bunch of stuff
Yeah, that was just the stuff from the 3 books.
If you're reading Wonder Woman, you've already read it, you know?
Yep. So Jason Todd, one of the Hill's newest residents, is more than happy to don the visage of Red Hood to help Strike keep his new home safe. So it really just feels like it's another Batman family character.
Okay, so yeah, is
getting their own section,
just a neighborhood
suburb.
in Gotham?
It's a neighborhood
like a
in
suburb
Gotham.
of Gotham.
Okay. This kind of reminds me when they did that Batgirl of Burnside thing, where like
it's
now
the same
I love
thing.
that.
Okay,
They're just
love
giving
that.
Jason his own little corner to live in, which is fine.
Just
whatever.
like Dick has Bloodhaven. You know,
Exactly.
it works. It really does work. Yeah.
I'm going to check this first issue out, but I don't really have. After rereading that 0 issue, I don't have, much faith in it. It might be okay.
Yeah, I'm picking it up for sure. But
that's probably the most it's going to be, though. From
Yeah,
what
I'm
I'm
not
thinking.
expecting much. Yeah, but maybe it'll be great.
Maybe. Who knows?
Great.
I'll give it a shot.
All right, here another big book, Sinister Sons, the son of Zod and Sinestro.
Son of Sinestro. Yeah, this one I'm definitely checking out because the son of Sinestro, he was the backup in Green Lantern. The last couple months, and that was a fun backup. So I'm definitely gonna give this a shot.
I
like
how he wears
Super
his
Sons,
rings.
so
I love where he wears. Yeah, I like Super Sons, so I'm hoping that this is sort of
it's the same writer from Super Sons, right?
Yeah. And there's big news coming out of that Zod book. Like someone's gonna die. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but big news there, which might lean into the Sinister Sons book eventually. Speed Force hits issue number 4 of 6, and we also get that Wesley Dodds the Sandman penultimate issue. This has been really fun. Throwback fun. No, it really has been cool. I've enjoyed the hell out of it.
Yeah, I've been enjoying all these like old callbacks to the
Time
Golden
capsule.
Age characters.
Yeah. And hopefully they can sort of bring him into the mainstream too, because I think he deserves that. I think he's that good of a character.
Wesley Dodds did build a bit of a name for himself when they did that Sandman Mystery Theater thing, like about a decade ago.
Yes, so, I remember that.
As far as I know, this is the first time they've done anything with the character since then that I can remember.
Yeah, I don't think they have. I think this is the first time they've touched him in that much time. So cool. Moving on to Marvel House of Ideas. Amazing Spider-Man number 43, still mired in the gang war, so I'm not reading.
But they're already on the final fight there. It said.
Man, this run has been very
are they?
disappointing of Amazing.
Yeah, they are.
Pretty much every run of Amazing has been disappointing for years, but this one has been very disappointing to me. I don't know.
I have not had fun with this at all. But yeah, it looks like the final fight.
Yeah, I haven't been reading Peter Parker's main book here for like however long Zeb Wells has been writing it, just because, right off the gate, it was just, it's nothing but misery porn,
Yeah, I don't like it either.
You couldn't put it any better.
Like it either. Very cool cover here, though, by Justin Mason. It is. It's just shit on Peter, man.
It
I love
is.
this. That's fun.
Then you got JR doing the art on the inside.
I'm on a P on there.
That doesn't help. I can always just talk shit.
Yeah, I know. I can. It's great, but most of it's not good at all. Just not a fan.
I did like that Thwip variant.
Right,
I want to see them do a Wolverine book with like a snicked variant,
Dude, that's actually a cool idea. That'd be really great. I would like to see that.
Have
as
a
well.
Nightcrawler book with a Bamf
Beware the
variant
Planet.
or something.
Oh yeah.
Yes, dude, all the onomatopoeia, all the cool onomatopoeia. Beware the Planet of the Apes #2, Black Panther #9 continues to be pretty fun. Blade #8 continues to be a huge surprise, dude. I don't know why. Elena Casagrande is on the art, so it should be just an automatic win. But the places Brian Hill is taking this story, and I mean, Marvel, we'll talk about it Sunday on the Sunday show, but Marvel, all they've been talking about is all of these tie-ins for the new Blood Hunt coming out. And I'm sure what is happening to Blade in this book is going to be really, really important to what's going on.
Almost
in that
certainly has
event.
to be, yeah.
I would hope so, yeah.
All the previews they've been showing have Blade in the center of the action and everything, and apparently he is like going full vampire now in order to fight Amana, I think, whatever her name is. But yeah, I mean, it's
this weird demon who rips people in half.
Which lovely body
cool.
horror throughout all these books, but yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Daredevil Black Armor #4 is that throwback. Deadly Hands of Kung Fu Gang War. Just again, not a fan. Great cover there, but
It's
just
Gang
not
War.
a fan.
No.
Gang War. Fall of the House of X #1 gets a second printing for $6 for some reason. I guess that was extra big, but Fall of the House of X
Gotta get that Phil
issue
Noto variant.
#2, is out for $5. Jerry Duggan, Lucas Wernick. I mean, you have to read this. If you enjoyed the Krakoan Age at all, you have to see how it ends. You just have to.
Well, speaking of must reads, that last issue of X-Men from last week was a direct teeing up for this book. So they are making you read all the damn books right now. It seems.
They've made you do that since like Ten of Swords.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I hate it. I don't know what I'm going to do with the next. I don't know what I'm going to do with the next X-Men run. They haven't really talked.
I'm going to
not
about read it. That's what I'm going to do with the next X-Men run. This really X-Men run has burnt me out on X-Men.
Yeah, I think I'm really going to take a break too. Last time I took a break from the X-Men was when they were doing X-Men Red and Blue at the same time. I think.
Ouch.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, dude.
It's a body of work. All this Krakoan stuff has been really good, but yeah, you are right. There's just the sheer volume of all the X-Men.
It's the sheer volume because I have enjoyed the vast majority of what I've read. It's just the sheer volume of it.
And
I would like to free up my pool list to read other Marvel books.
Like X-Men usually is like in a normal circumstance, X-Men is one of those books where like I'll pick the one I like the best and just read that. But
you can't do it with this.
Yeah, they're not letting me do that. They're like I got to read at least 4 or 5 of the books minimum.
They're bullying you.
As they're coming out, you know.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of they're bullying you into getting them. You don't want to be out of the loop, you know. Oh, look at that! Remember when they had the pirate X-Men? Love that, man.
Oh yeah. Oh. My God, that seems like such a long time ago.
It does. It seems so quaint. Oh my God, that was a great book, man.
That was like
it was a good book.
That was one of the top tier books for a while. But then when they switched creative teams, it kind of fell off a bit. But they started going into space instead of doing like pirate shenanigans. You kind of lost the charm.
Yeah, it got weird. Miles Morales Spider-Man #16. This is also a Gang War tie-in, which is making me skip it. Ooh, Marvel. I've been really enjoying this book too, but yeah, I'm skipping this issue. And now I don't even know if you can call this a time capsule book. The 90s are back with Night Thrasher.
It's Night Thrasher.
Never a fan of Night Thrasher. I was a fan of Night Thrasher when he was on a team. What was he on the New Somethings? Maybe he was on a team.
New Warriors, maybe. Yeah, I think it was New Warriors. Yeah. Okay,
just
so my introduction to the Night Thrasher character was him in that first issue of Civil War from way back in the day. Like he and the other New Warriors are the ones who fucked up and caused the big like 9/11 analog that caused the Superhuman Registration Act. And so my first memory of Night Thrasher is one of the villains saying like I'm scared of some guy in a gimp suit. And so that's forever colored my image of this character since then.
Yeah. Man, that's so weird because like what's his name? Ball, who was leading that team?
Speedball.
He ended up becoming like this BDSM.
Penance,
remember that?
He did Penance. Yeah,
oh my god,
that was awful.
That shit was weird, dude.
It was really weird.
It ended up being straight up fetish material.
Yeah, it was just like Night Thrasher. I mean, it's just weird that you said that and it reminded me of like the same event. You know, the outcome of the same event, but. A lot of variants for that, including Trad Moore, which I usually love, but I don't like that very much. But But yeah, moving on. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. This continues Steve Orlando's run from his Scarlet Witch book. That's all I gotta say about that.
All right.
And the Scarlet Witch book was just okay though. I didn't really care.
It had great artwork, but like it was a little too stiff in the writing, I want to say.
Yeah, great variant here. I love with just the M, the logo,
Yeah, her head
logo.
or her headdress.
Very cool.
Yeah,
headband. She got a headband and a Scotty Young variant because why not? Spider-Gwen Smash number 3. Darth Vader hits issue 43. Superior Spider-Man hits issue number 4. Thunderbolts hits issue number 3. This has been a pretty okay read. I've been enjoying it so far.
Well, it's the Hive Mind, so it's basically a continuation of their Captain America book.
Exactly.
Can't go wrong with the Hive Mind.
Yeah. I guess the Ultimate Spider-Man number 1 is getting a second printing, deservingly so. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was really fantastic.
It was.
It was so fucking good. The Black Panther book last week was great too. Holy shit!
Was
I had
it?
a great time with that. Yeah,
well,
it was fun.
I don't think it was as strong. I don't think it was as strong as Spider-Man, but it was still like
it wasn't.
Good, like it was definitely just a lot of like setup for cool stuff that's going to happen later. But we got a little bit of cool stuff.
So far, this new Ultimate run right now with the Ultimates and Ultimate Spider-Man and Ultimate Black Panther, all of them have been really good to great.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, it's also true that like 2 out of the 3 books were all written by Jonathan Hickman.
Exactly.
So,
so it's hard.
Out.
Yeah, it's hard for it not to be. And then finally, Wolverine number 43, which is one of the goriest comics I've ever read.
Wolverine has been pretty gory lately.
That's how they're marketing this is the most violent Wolverine story ever, and it's hard to argue because
it is.
They're
brutal.
Really throwing in the dismemberment quota on this book.
Mm-hmm.
Even Wolverine himself is getting dismembered. I love it.
Yeah, like Wolverine was, and then like fucking. I think I mentioned this when we were talking about it, but like, Sabretooth is like picking his goddamn teeth with one of Daken's claws at the beginning of that one issue.
God,
yeah,
just insane.
42 was such a bloodbath.
It was, dude. So this looks like it's digging into the history a little bit. And I'm all for that. I love Wolverine when he deals with Logan's history because usually it's history that you didn't see before because they keep changing his history, which is like a core aspect of the character. So,
well, yeah, Wolverine's one of those characters who he has different eras from his past that you can revisit. Like here we have the Team X stuff. It looks like, but there's also the Weapon X stuff, and there's also like the Madripoor stuff, and there's also like World War II if you fucking want to.
When you're born in the 1800s, you get to do whatever you want.
Yeah, you get to just do whatever you want with the character.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's amazing. All right, moving on to Dynamite. Last week, did everyone, I think it's worth mentioning, anyone read Thundercats?
There was a Thundercats book? I didn't see it.
There was a Thundercats book from Dynamite last week. It was cool. I'm not going to say it was great because it was a lot of...
Oh, no. I did it bad.
A lot of opening, but yeah, it did really well. They did a really good job there. But this week at Dynamite, Alice Cooper number 5, Jennifer's Blood, Battle Diary, Red Sonja, most of the usual shit. I do want to mention Vampirella number 666, a renumbering to reflect her 6 decades of being published.
60 years of Vampirella.
60 years of Vampirella, which is really hard to believe, man. So this is picking up from the Priest Ergun run that was the 50th anniversary. I'm not sure how long this new status quo is going to stick for this character, but it's pretty cool. They have a lot of blank variants. They got a white variant and they have this red variant as well, which is kind of hard to see, but that's cool. That's fun. So yeah, they're making a big deal out of that. So all right, now moving on to everything else. Let's see here. Gosh, we got Bjorn number 4. You got this weird Biden's Titans versus AOC. Come on, man. Try harder, King Spot. Try a little harder.
Yeah.
The Blade Runner book continues. Fruit. Yeah. Blood Commandment number 4. This is Simon Kudransky's Image Comics book. This is the last issue. Man, this has been really cool. Simon Kudransky is fucking amazing. He's a
great artist, so it probably looks
man,
awesome.
It looks, yeah. I mean, that's why you're buying it. But the story is not terrible. It's about a dude and his kid living out in the woods because his dad is like a werewolf or a vampire or something. He's something weird.
He's a monster.
The last issue.
Yeah, he's a monster. Well, I mean, it's hard to tell. It's like this mix of something almost new, but
Yeah.
yeah, very, very fun book, man. Very fun book. Good horror book. And he's got a bunch of like Godfather homage cover. I gotta open that. Look, that's great. It might be Godfather 2. I don't know, but it's great cover. Great cover.
Good cover.
Blue Book, 1947, #1. This is Oming's doing some of the art in here, but it's James Tynion writing it about true, quote unquote, true alien abduction stories. Where
Oh,
people,
awesome.
where people have reported being abducted by aliens. He's writing down those stories and putting them in a comic, which I think is pretty fucking cool, man. There's already been, like one volume of this, but this is all about a new alien abduction story. So really fun variants. What else we got? Oh, we got The Cabinet, #1. This is also on Image Comics. This is really weird. It's a tongue-in-cheek adventure series where teen Avani and Midwestern jock Trent teleport across a post-Cold War landscape to collect bizarre relics. Why? Well, because they need to summon the arcane powers of a 17th century cabinet to fix a teeny tiny mistake the last time Avani used it, unleashing an ancient evil from its prison and accidentally slaughtering her parents. What the fuck?
Okay.
That's
Okay.
just the weirdest premise ever.
Well, sign me
But
up.
I mean, it looks good. The art
Yeah, it
looks
good.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of depth there, a lot of fun panel placement, design work.
I used this thing and it killed my parents. Now I have to seal it up to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Basically, but he's going to do it like across the Cold War. I mean,
Yeah.
what? I don't get
it's
that.
a nice
I don't
setting, the
understand
Cold
that
War
really, but
setting where he's
I'm
like
anxious
the
to
end
read it
really.
and see how that
Yeah.
goes. Oh, I love books set in the Cold War. I love that shit. All right, Conan the Barbarian is getting collected. That's nice. That's the first run, in hardcover, the first run. Creepshow Wolverton Station one shot. This is actually worth mentioning because it's what's his name? Joe Hill, who is Stephen King's kid, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Or and he wrote Lock
Stephen
and Key.
King's son.
And isn't Joe Hill? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Joe Hill.
Yeah.
That's Joe Hill.
So yeah, this looks cool. Yeah, Image Comics has been doing really great with this Creepshow shit. It's been exactly what you expect, and now to get Joe Hill involved is really cool. That's a whole lot.
And Joe Hill is a great writer, so you can't go wrong with his stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
he's done some really great work, and if you get picked up and get a movie made within your first couple, like 20 books, that you
right,
wrote,
for
that's
sure.
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. And he wrote, Lock and Key. But didn't that got a TV show, didn't it, on Netflix?
I got a TV show. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a really great writer. Yeah. I mean.
Yeah.
That's why he uses the name Joe Hill, because he doesn't want to be associated with his dad, Stephen King, who's the master of horror.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't want to either for like both reasons.
Hey,
like
good
I don't
on
want
him
to
not
credit.
leaning on that nepotism.
He's not going to lean into the
Yeah.
nepotism. He's just like,
reminds me of Nick Cage not going by like Nick Capella.
Yeah.
Right. Dark Space.
Don't want anybody to know I'm related to
6.
Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, Coppola. I always say that wrong.
Dead Detective hits issue 3. Dear Editor hits issue #2. That's such a weird fucking book. Deviant #4. This is James Tynion's like deranged Santa Claus book.
Yeah, deranged killer Santa Claus.
It's been pretty good. I've been enjoying it, but I mean James Tynion. It's hard for him to find anything that he writes that is bad.
No, he's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a good. It's good.
Divine Power Made Me. This is on Scout Comics. It's just a horror, cult sort of thing that looks cool. Dracula After Man. This is on American Mythologies. It's just a vampire book. Looks pretty good though. Dutch #1 of 3 over at Image Comics. This is a throwback to the 90s. Legendary 90s Super Soldier returns for an all-new story. It's Joe Casey and Simon Gain. So I don't know if I'm going to pick that up, but that character looks cool. Looks like he did come out of the fucking 90s,
Yeah.
Dying Days hits issue #3. Earth Divers hits issue #15. Empath #4. That book's been pretty good. Let's see. There's got to be some really good stuff. Oh, here's all the Valentine's Day stuff, coming out. Hunger and Dusk #6. This is Gail Simone's fantasy book over at IDW. I mean, damn good, damn good.
It's
Like
really
one of the
good.
best fantasy books of the. One of the best fantasy books I've seen in a long time.
It's really good in high fantasy.
Yeah. I Hate Fairyland hits issue #11. Love this. Shit, let me get it again. Love this cover.
Yeah,
where she's beating up a giant gingerbread man.
Yeah, with a spatula.
I love that shit with a big spatula. Just
that's an amazing cover.
Freaking awesome. What else? Yeah, Infernals #1 is coming out. This is an Image Comics book that we should probably mention at least in passing because it sounds weird. Morgenstern, the son of Satan, has 1 month to live. Before he dies, he must decide which of his 3 wayward children will inherit his shadowy empire. So it sounds like, what was that show that just went off the air about the big business and the old man? It seems like that. Yeah,
sounds like King Lear.
It seems like Succession.
It is King Lear,
the son of Satan.
The first thing it made me think of was Little Nicky, the fucking Adam Sandler movie from like 30 years ago.
Which is King
Lear. My gosh! Wow,
just funny.
These nerds are bringing up King Lear. The actual teacher is bringing up the Adam Sandler movie, but whatever. No judging. But the art in here looks great, man. John Pearson's art in this looks really good.
Little Nicky is just King Lear, but funny.
Yeah, right. I mean, it kind of is.
Take, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so Infernal's definitely something on my list. Kill Your Darlings #6 continues that book about a girl whose imaginary
book
life is real.
That last issue
really crazy.
Was such nut. Yeah, it was so crazy, especially with like the reveal of how this kind of all started. It's just like, oh, okay, well that's a whoops.
Yeah, freaking insane.
Not gonna spoil anything. Go read it yourself, people.
Masterpiece issue 3 is Brian Michael Bendis' book over at Dark Horse, teaming up with Alex Maleev. I skipped the second issue. Not sure how I missed it, but the first issue was fantastic. Ministry of Compliance #3, kind of a weird book. Really like high concept. Where like aliens invaded, but they didn't really invade. They just sort of started taking over through corporations and shit like that. And there's people now trying to stop them from winning. This
so it's
sort of a silent war.
Yeah, it's They Live. Yeah,
it's kind of They Live. Yeah, it is kind of They Live.
Okay.
No cool like alleyway boxing matches yet, but
it's the fact that everybody realized it when it was just starting to get too late. And it's not to the point where the tipping point where the aliens have actually just been like, nah, we're all in charge. It's like, no, we can actually still stop them. It's kind of at that point right now.
Yeah, it's really fun. Oddly Pedestrian Life of Christopher Chaos. Man, how many books? Is this a Tynion book too, isn't it? In this?
Yeah, I think it's 12 issues
as well. Man, he has got so many books dropping this week. No, I guess it's not. It's Tate Bromble and Nick Robles. I could have sworn that it was.
Well, I know.
I know it is. It says Tynion right there.
I know this goes to at least 12
it's
issues.
Previews being stupid, but no, Tynion definitely wrote this.
Yeah,
it's very good. It's very fun.
If you like Frankenstein,
Arbone's Dust #3 is. Oh, go ahead.
If you like Frankenstein meets insane technology, plus a great other stories of like,
it's
I'm
weird,
trying to
dude.
save the world, people, but they're not letting them. It's kind of like a Dr. Doom Orange's story, but messed up.
Yeah, it does kind of feel like a kind of a Dr. Doom sort of origin story. I mean, it's weird, dude. It's fun though. It's a whole lot of fun. Arbone's Dust #3 is great. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it really leans into the Shelley's Frankenstein book.
Yeah.
Yeah, it leans. Yeah.
Arbone's Dust #3. This is a post-apocalyptic thing where there's a bunch of like AI robots hanging out and doing their thing, and cannibals. I'm loving it. It's kind of like Mad Max meets 2010. I don't know. It's weird. Penthouse Comics #1 making its triumphant return after 30 years. I won't even go through any of these covers because they're all exactly what you'd expect for a comic called Penthouse Comics.
And we don't want to get demonetized.
Right. Petrolhead. Yeah, moving on. Petrolhead #4. This has been great. This is like a cyberpunk, not cyberpunk, techno-punk sort of future with robot, race car drivers, doing their thing. Man, the art in it is fantastic. It's so fast. It's like it's jumping off the page. Very, very good. Critical Entertainment has a new book coming out called Planetary Expansion. Big, huge 8-issue sort of thing where they're going out and colonizing. I really don't know anything else about it, and that's really doesn't say anything else in the damn in the news for it, in the solicit. It doesn't tell you anything.
Yeah.
But still, I am very excited to read this. I don't know why, but it looks really cool. Rebel Moon, House of Blood. Rebel Moon was a stinker.
Rebel Moon is a stinker.
Skip.
It was a stinker, dude. It was a big stinker. What else we got? We got Spawn, because it wouldn't be a week without some McFarlane.
You always have to have
Dog
Spawn.
of War, Dog of War, the Star Trek Deep Space Nine 30th anniversary. Man, that makes you feel old. I don't know what it does, but really good. It's sort of a episode, a new episode, sort of crammed into like season 6. So yeah, very well done.
Really great episode.
Super Scouts. It was fun. TMNT Ongoing hits issue 148, and of course Transformers #5. Daniel Warren Johnson, Mike Spicer. There is rumor that Daniel Warren Johnson will not be writing this book after the next arc, but I am
not surprised by that. Daniel Warren Johnson
plate.
Definitely seems like a guy who hops around and only does like one arc of one thing at a time.
Yeah,
he doesn't want to get stuck.
Well, I mean,
he
does the art for so much of what he writes. That it's such a long process. I couldn't. I would imagine he wouldn't want to be tied down to one thing.
He's a very busy man, and he can't do everything.
That being said, though, he is the main reason I started reading this book in the first place. So
exactly, I would say his art has been killer in this though throughout the whole time. Even the story's still not bad. Even though I probably haven't been digging on it as much as other people have been, just because it is still like episode 1. Transformers.
He took the very best
but it's still a great take up.
I thought the story's been very good. I mean, he's making me care about the humans. You know, he's doing everything he needs to like kind of set the stage here. You know,
exactly. He's doing a really great job of this first arc is set up really well to carry this franchise forward when it goes into the shared universe, as they're going to be doing later on.
I 1000% agree. I'm just at the point of because I am a super Transformers fan, so I'm at the point where this is like me reading the Batman origin story for the 50th time.
That's fair.
So it's not very exciting, but
I guess the same way that like moviegoers don't need to see Uncle Ben get shot again. You don't need
exactly.
I don't need to see Uncle Ben die again.
I don't need the Transformers to come out of the Ark again. I've seen that before. But that said, them coming out of the Ark, he's doing a great job of what he's writing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the arcs after this, even though he won't be doing it.
So just this first page here, there's a spoiler on this front page. It looks like Blaster is dead. That's a bummer. That's
Blaster.
A bummer. That's a bummer for me. Because this is like a flashback that Optimus Prime is having.
Yeah, back on Cybertron, I assume.
Yeah.
They've definitely made some interesting choices on who to kill off in this book. They killed off Bumblebee in the first issue.
Well, did you hear why Daniel Warren Johnson? He said, "I don't want to draw him. I don't like him. I just don't want to draw
that excuse is kind of bullshit because he's still drawing Cliff Jumper, who is exactly the same as Bumblebee.
Exactly.
But whatever. He likes the character.
Yeah.
I personally think he doesn't like the character. That's probably why he's not going to write the character or draw the character.
That's fine. Yeah.
I mean, and it's not like, he's really taking this away from future writers if they want to use them. They can always bring these motherfuckers back.
They can always bring everybody back. That's like the robots. They can be rebuilt.
Exactly. Here he is punting Ravage, which you don't kick cats. Okay, you don't kick fucking cats, especially that one. And just like you were saying, if someone's dead, here's a dead Thundercracker. And now he's back.
Rebuilt.
So it's pretty easy to bring back whoever you need to bring back.
But that's also there's been a lot of really good. I really like the choice that he made for like Starscream to be the leader of the Decepticons here because like it's really hyping up Megatron. Like the build up to that has been really impressive, and also like he's doing a good job writing a Starscream who is just completely out of his depth, but like trying to bullshit his way through.
So full of himself at the same time. Yeah.
It is perfect.
And Starscream's being a total dick about it at the same time too. It's like I'm in charge. Look at me, and then at the same time, it's like I don't know what I'm doing. Someone help me.
And little spoiler here: Starscream revives one of the most powerful Decepticons to eliminate the Autobots once and for all. That's a huge spoiler because yes, I have already read this, and it's really fun. It's the cliffhanger for the issue, but yeah, he brings back a very, very cool
Hey, show that second
Transformer
cover, that
everyone
Stokey
loves.
cover.
Everyone loves. Okay. If it loads.
If it loads. I just
Can't
always
trust the
like his
internet.
art.
People. Yeah,
Oh
nice
man, that looks
cover.
like a
Oh.
spoiler. That looks like a
Oh,
spoiler.
okay. Looks like a spoiler. Okay, yeah, that is a spoiler.
That's those sons of bitches. You know, Stokey could
Uh-huh.
take over the art in this. It looks a lot enough
He
like
could.
Danny Warren
That would
Johnson's
be a
shit.
great choice.
Yeah, he's expensive though. I'm sure he's just as expensive as Darren Warren Johnson. You know, his art is just fucking phenomenal. But yeah, I love that cover. And then I wanted to talk about this book, Trumps. It's on a company called Silverline Comics. Four kingdoms exist on the sci-fi world called the Deck, and it's like the diamonds have held the seat, the king of clubs.
I gotta confess, when I saw this on the list here, this is not what I expected this to be.
Me neither. That's why I wanted to point it out. It's Game of Thrones meets Lord of the Rings.
Reclaiming it for the playing cards.
Yes.
Yes, this is playing cards, fighting over land, people.
Yeah, that just seems like a fun, sort of interesting, story. But and I gotta mention Tuskers.
Watch
this is
this
gonna
be the book
this
about
is
Donald
weird.
Trump.
Okay. A merciless poaching militia threatens a herd of African elephants. A group of wildlife conservationists risk their own lives to guide them through a perilous 1,000-mile journey to an animal sanctuary. Sounds like a fun,
this is
sort
a
of,
book where Donald
heartfelt
Trump
story.
Jr. could be the villain.
Yeah, this is
yeah, right. Yeah, we'll just keep going with that. But I wanted to mention this because of Daniel Govar. Okay, I had never heard of him before seeing this solicit. Man, it is fucking beautiful work. This dude draws animals.
That is amazing line work on the cover there. Yeah.
Yeah, you should see the interiors of this dude. It is fucking great. It is $8. It is a hard get, especially this
that's
week
a
when
hard
there's so many
ask.
books. Yeah, but amazingly good art in here.
How many pages am I getting for $8?
So I definitely wanted to mention that book. Yeah, it doesn't say. It doesn't say. Hopefully, it's at least double sized. Usagi Ice and Snow hits issue 5. Valentine's Bluff Massacre over at American Mythology is their Valentine's book this year. Just a horror book. And I think that's it. I'm not sure we have anything else, man. Yeah, that's about it. Man, it is a pretty huge fucking week this week. I think I'm more excited for Wolverine, than anything else. Transformers number 5 is great.
Wolverine has been just consistently such a damn good
Percy
book.
might be off this Wolverine book soon. Okay.
Well,
I would imagine it'd probably wrap
it's
around
been good.
50 when this
Yeah.
when this
Sinister
arc is
Sons
up.
is also something
50
I'm looking
seems
forward
to be
for sure.
like the number that these like prestige runs aim for nowadays. Like that's when Al Ewing finished up Immortal Hulk. So like, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. And honestly, this is a strong contender for best ever run on a character. Ben Percy on Wolverine here.
It's been a fun run.
Oh, I agree.
I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Super Son or Sinister Sons book looks pretty good. Blade, I'm going to read that, but yeah, nothing really jumps out as something that I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to read that this week, but but it looks like just a solid week of books that are usually pretty good.
Just a reprint of Spider-Man.
Yeah, not yet.
I only can't wait to Kill Your Darlings because that's such an amazing
book.
book.
Right.
Yeah,
it is. It is really
so good.
Already image. Yeah. Awesome. That's it for us, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. If you like what we're doing, check out what the Bullies are doing. They did a show last night after the Super Bowl. So current. Leroy and Eli do pop culture over there. Definitely check them out. If you want links to what they got going on and everything we got going on, OutbreakGeekery.com. Got links to all the videos, all the socials, all the videos, the audios, the Patreon, the store, all the stuff the Bullies have going on. And there's also a link to There's also a link to the group. No bullying, but go over to the Facebook group. Check out what we got going on over there. Andy is just killing it over there, kicking it with all these freaking bots and just.
Oh, the bot invasion is real, people.
Die.
The bot
yeah,
invasion is real.
Yeah, it's weird. We just hit 18,000 over there. Congratulations,
yes, we
Andy.
did.
Very good. Very good.
That's thanks to everybody who's who's
Who kicks it
been
there? Yeah, it's
participating
awesome.
since I have slowly integrated myself into the group page and took it over for my own evil deeds to take over the world. I mean, to help everybody.
Yeah, right. You better work a little harder if you want
Good
to take over the
save.
world. Yeah, be safe. So yeah, if you like what we did tonight, come back Sunday. We're going to talk about all kinds of news. I think it's going to be a whole lot about Blood Hunt. This week, Marvel is just kicking out all these miniseries, all these tie-ins, and it's the first event over at Marvel that I'm like really stoked for it in a long time. So yeah, we'll see that. We'll talk more about news and comic reviews on Sunday. Again, thanks for hanging out, everybody. But most of all, thanks to these jokers for hanging out with this Joker. Hey. And we are going to do it again next time.
Same geek time, same geek channel.
Oh, yes.
That's the most uncertain anyone said